Welcome to the Make Movies Great Again podcast, the only show in the universe with the sole mission of destroying cynicism at the box office. Here are your hosts, Matt, Adam, and Sean.
What is up, Movie Club members? Welcome to the Make Movies Great Again Movie Club, where we each week dissect a new movie, usually from Netflix, so it's easy for everybody to watch, because who doesn't have a Netflix account? Whether you're stealing it from someone or you have one yourself, who has one themselves, you're a sucker. Steal it. Thanks, Mom.
Yeah, I'm the one that people steal from, so.
Oh, really?
Fuck me.
Yeah, Sean, you really on the wrong side of that pyramid scheme.
Yeah, it's all right.
Anyway,
I'll have to call in a favor. I got a lot of favors coming to me.
That's a good point. Dude, you don't want to see all those people come out of the woodwork? Change your password.
Hey, man, what's up?
Dude,
hang?
My mom. I've been using my mom. I gave it to my mom. Talk about an Indian giver. I gave it to my mom for Mother's Day, a lot of years ago, or whatever, like a long time ago. And then eventually, like, people started using it. I remember one time, like, my mom had to change her password because her account got hacked. Her email got hacked, and so I just changed everything. And I got an email from, like, my old boss, from, like, one of my friends that I went to college with. Like, they're like, oh, is your Netflix account changed password? Like, yeah. Stop using it, you motherfucker. And I'm over here encouraging it. This week's movie was Baby's Day Out. It was a suggestion from our buddy Derek. So we're going to talk about Baby's Day Out. But before we do that, we're going to give you next week's movie as well. Next week's movie it's Defiance. Defiance with Daniel Craig and Lee Shriver.
Oh, and I have seen this movie. I'm going to watch it again because I loved it so much.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm a big
I'm
Lee Shriver guy.
Yeah,
Big
he's
Lee Shriver?
good.
Big time Lee Shriver guy. I don't see much things he's in, but everything he's in that I see I like. So maybe I should watch Ray Donovan. Who knows?
I heard Ray Donovan is very good.
Yeah. Ryan's the only person I know that watches it. Ryan, who all of our listeners know.
Yes. Well, yeah, they do. He's the other half of the Average Nobody's podcast.
That's true.
He basically runs the Twitter, right? Basically, in the end. I feel it, anyways. I feel like he tweets and then you reply with the Make Movies Great Twitter account.
Sorry.
I feel like he does the Average Nobody's.
Yeah. He is the Average Nobody's Twitter account.
He does Average Nobodies because he lost his actual Twitter account.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, that's right. He couldn't log into his Twitter account, so he just, like, for a while he was just tweeting because he just couldn't log into his own, and then he just became the...
No better way to make content than just make it your...
He is the brand.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So anyway, Adam, thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs medium.
Thumbs up from me.
I'm giving it a big old thumbs up as well.
2 thumbs up?
Yeah.
I didn't watch it.
What?
No.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Listen. All right, listen. I thought about this. First of all, just moving to a new house, a lot of time. I could have snuck in a movie. However, I don't have internet right now.
Okay, that sounds like hell.
Probably going to get internet tomorrow or the day after. But it is hell. So I'm not one to make excuses, but I didn't have internet. However, I'm willing to repent.
Hey,
Okay?
minor setback for a major comeback.
Yeah, that's right. You're damn right. So my question to you guys is, we haven't had this happen before.
Yeah, so it's a punishment.
There needs to be a punishment.
Yeah, I would say watch Mulholland Drive, but you like that
I
movie.
do like that movie. You should have to. I think, and I can't believe I'm saying this because if you know Derek, you'll know what social suicide I'm about to commit. But I think since Derek recommended the movie, he must come up with the punishment.
Okay.
So,
all right.
Punishment incoming. I think Derek needs to set aside.
That's a terrible idea.
But I'm just trying to demonstrate to you how sorry I am for not watching the movie.
I appreciate that.
We
So
appreciate the gesture.
yeah. So Derek, if you're listening, we'll probably tweet or text you. You have to come up with a punishment with me. I dare say that I do need some kind of veto power. Again, if you know Derek, you'll know why I'm saying that. But we'll find out what my punishment is.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's fair. I think that's and I like that you made that decision. That's good. Fair.
And so tell me about the movie.
Okay, so I'm gonna go through something quick, and then Adam, you can add some stuff too. But I just want to go over my overarching. I put down some notes. So
Okay.
in this movie, number one, does nobody look down?
Explain.
Nobody looks down.
Nobody looks down. I'll go through all of them, then we'll go back and explain.
Okay.
Number 2, when did slapstick comedies go out of style? 3,
Yeah.
can we make more slapstick comedies, please, Hollywood?
Yeah.
How about the old man at the end being the owner of Duncan's Toy Chest from Home Alone? And
Yup.
why did they listen to a baby at the end and go all the way back for the pacifier to arrest those guys? So
I was saying that to Jen when we watched that.
I gotta watch this.
what?
The baby's pointing to the clock tower and going boo boo. All right, get it around.
Turn the car around.
The 9-month-old says his boo boo's over there.
So anyway, so there's Sean. There's 3 bad guys.
Right.
They're like the people who kidnapped this baby.
Let me just interject. I have seen this.
Okay.
But it's
Look.
been like 25 years or something.
So one of the bad guys is Ralph Cifaretto.
Okay.
That's not his
Yep.
real name, but he's Ralph Cifaretto
It's
from The Sopranos.
Joe Pantoliano.
Yes.
is the real
Yes.
name.
Yes. Yeah. So
Like,
anyway,
that's even more Sopranos, but okay.
yeah. So they kidnap this kid and they want to hold him hostage and ransom the kid because it's like from a rich family.
Okay.
Who
It's
the
actually-
what?
The bad guys, Sean, are Joe Mantegna,
Yeah.
Ralphie from The Sopranos, and Spike's dad from The Little Giants.
Yes.
Oh, man.
Yep. That's right. I couldn't place the last guy. That's right. Yep.
Yep.
and-
Actually, the baby's dad is Glenn Guglia from The Wedding Singer.
Yes, that's right.
Is it really?
Yes, it is. It is. What a snipe. That's a snipe.
Do you guys know
Absolutely.
offhand
Adam.
when this game or when this movie came out?
It's 93 or 94, I think.
So, okay. Yeah.
I think somewhere around there.
Right.
But yeah, Adam, that's a snipe and a half. I knew I recognized him, and I wasn't gonna look it up because I knew one of you guys would know. Fucking the guy from The Wedding Singer, the fucking asshole
Yep.
from The Wedding Singer. Oh my god. Anyway, so the baby gets, for ransom, the baby gets loose and goes all over the fucking place, mimicking this storybook that his nanny reads to him.
Right.
Yeah.
So you've
So-
explained why they go back for the boo boo, or why is that? But tell me about why they don't look down.
Adam, so back
So-
me up here. The baby crawls all over the place, and the reason,
Gets around New York, I'm assuming it's New York City,
yeah,
crawling around. At one point, there's a television report of, because the baby belongs to a wealthy family, so there's like, this baby's been taken hostage for ransom, and this woman is doing the television report outside some random shopping center in New York, and the baby literally crawls through her legs, and the camera goes on to the baby, but that, like, nobody raises a red flag.
no,
Who's the kid?
no, he literally, the only reason why this movie works at all is because nobody looks down. He's like walking through like the turnstile doors, the big revolving doors. Nobody's looking down. They're just walking over him, like not even being like, "Oh, there's a baby on the ground."
Well, I'm just gonna say this movie came out in an era before cell phones,
Sure,
so a lot
yeah,
of people are looking ahead, looking at the future,
that's true.
looking what
But,
they're watching. They're not
but-
looking down at their phones.
You know
but when
what?
I go on, Adam,
You know what I was really impressed at? They covered a couple of bases that I feel like people nowadays would jump all over. They covered. Remember when he first got into the shopping mall and the shopping mall daycare woman picks him up? He's like, "Oh, looks like somebody's got a stinky diaper."
Yeah.
So they cover that base that he's not wandering around the city alone all day with a dirty diaper.
yeah,
And there's one point where he crawls into like the basket of another carriage, and because he sees a bottle, and he downs the bottle, so he eats too.
he's hydrated. Yes, you're right.
Right.
Very realistic.
Cover a couple of important bases, which is impressive.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right.
Nobody looks down,
Nobody look-
and there's one more thing that like towards the end when they're piecing it all together of like there's reports all over the city of a baby doing this and a baby doing that, and then they all just assume that it's the same baby in in
yeah.
a city full of 9 million people.
Yeah. The other thing, going back to Sean, the looking down. When I walk on the street, though, I look down.
No,
Like,
no,
I look
I
where
know.
I'm walking.
No,
Yeah,
I'm being
yeah.
ridiculous, but
So-
yeah, no, you're absolutely right. And I feel like now that you're describing it, I picture it. They're walking.
Like picture being on
around
a
legs
sidewalk
and-
in New York and like
Oh,
looking
yeah.
at. You would see everything. You see the
You'd
sidewalk.
see a baby.
You're not like this. You're not like looking straight up at the sky and you're just like the eye line is just perfectly people and you don't see the ground at all. Like it. So it's like obviously it's totally ridiculous because this baby's like climbing on I-beams on giant skyscrapers and getting away. Yeah. But what really shines and what is the thumbs up for this movie is the slapstick comedy between the three thieves. the three like bozo thieves. It's hilarious. It's
Yeah.
Three Stooges esque.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah,
the
it
three of
is.
them.
They're great.
They're like one is like the brains. You know, it's like always in a trio of bad guys like this. It's like
Yeah.
one is the brains, one's an idiot, and the other guy is like kind of like
The
in
muscle.
between. Yeah, the muscle.
It's like
Exactly.
Three
Exactly.
Stooges.
You're right. You're
Three
right.
Stooges.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Three Stooges.
Slapstick.
Joe Pantoliano's character can't read. Matt,
I gotta watch this movie.
my favorite part of this movie, I was like belly laughing out loud, is when the lead stooge, Joe Mantegna, the baby lights his nuts on fire
yeah. Yeah.
with a lighter,
Yeah.
and like they're like the cops are, confronting these three guys sitting on the park bench, and the lead guy is like covering the baby up with his jacket, and the baby gets a hold of his lighter and lights his nuts on fire, and he's like trying to play it cool the whole time, and
Yeah.
it's all wow, like his pants are on fire underneath his jacket, and so the cops go away, and like he takes the thing off, and his pants are on fire.
Yeah. It's-
Trying to flip out, and they don't know what to do, so they knock him down, and the muscle gets like this Derek Hewling-esque possessed look on his face and starts stomping out the fire. I'm laughing thinking about it. It was so funny.
That seems funny. And the cop, one of the cops was like the janitor from Scrubs.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
really? Oh, that's
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah, that was hilarious. That part when the baby lights his dick on fire.
To talk about slapstick,
Yeah.
I feel like visual comedy is not really around as much anymore.
No, it's not.
And I think that when you talk about visual comedy, contemporary, like directors who are doing it a lot nowadays, you have to bring in Edgar Wright.
Okay.
Because
Explain.
one of the funniest movies I've seen ever, and it's actually more recent when you talk about funny movies, because I like a lot of things like Ace Ventura, 90s movies.
Yeah.
Like, even like something about Mary, there's a lot of visual comedy. Hot Fuzz,
Yeah.
the montages.
Yes.
Love those.
And it's like not necessarily like people getting hurt. It's not like you're Schadenfreude coming in and like, laughing at the misery of others. But it's visual comedy used in cinematography, and I feel like he's one of the last directors that actually do comedies that way. A lot of Judd Apatow stuff is just improv conversations,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
is funny.
Yeah.
But I feel like the visual comedy is a dying breed.
It definitely seems like it is. Like this is like something so different from what
Yeah.
like anything I see like now.
Yeah.
Like even in the last like 10 years, really.
Yeah.
There's nothing like this.
Sean, I'm glad you brought up the Edgar Wright in the montages, because I know exactly what you're talking about, and I'm sure you do too, Matt. And we mention it on every show about how there's no director for the Flash. I feel like those montages would work really well with the Flash character.
I bet they would, definitely.
Well, in my ignorance, I didn't know Edgar Wright was supposed to direct Ant-Man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I liked Ant-Man. It would have been fucking awesome
Getting
if
ready
ever.
to start, and they booted him. I don't know the drama of it, but
Wait, Adam,
was-
say that again. I was talking over you. I'm sorry. Say that again.
sorry. He was like, I'm pretty sure he was like getting ready to start filming,
Right.
and I don't know what happened, but his script was thrown out, and he was ousted as the director.
Yeah.
And I read an interview to this day. He hasn't seen it, and he said he'll never see it.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I kind of hear that because he probably had a lot of ideas, and when he doesn't see
Yeah.
it, realize it's probably hard to watch. But imagine, Paul Rudd, Edgar Wright team up.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that
Yeah,
would have been awesome.
that's-
Again, I loved Ant-Man, but
I think that was for the best because I think we wouldn't have gotten Baby Driver if he didn't do that. I think the
probably
timeline's
right.
not there because
Probably
he
right.
had been working on Baby Driver for 14 years, and I think maybe that was the spark that he needed to like really hunker down and be like, we're gonna get this made. So
Yeah.
it could be for the best. But you're right. Him and Paul Rudd would have been worked perfect together. That would have been awesome. But
anyways, I need to see this movie because
It-
you guys are talking about it, making me jealous.
it's really delightful. It's funny. It's like if
It's
you're
a
ever
fun movie. It's a fun movie.
Yeah.
That's it.
If
That's how
you're-
you describe
yeah,
it.
it totally is. If you're ever looking through Netflix and you don't feel like scrolling through Netflix a million
Baby's
fucking
Day Out,
movies,
yeah.
just search Baby's Day Out and put it on. It's
It's
not too
only
long.
long.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's not too long.
Um,
Really fun.
Sean, to go back to what you were saying, like you wanted to ask about he calls the book his boo boo, right, Matt? Something like that.
The book is the book?
Yeah, he calls the book. He calls the book something.
Right.
So
Yeah.
Sean, in the movie so they're putting the pieces together, like all these reports of a baby doing this and doing that, and the nanny registers that, oh, he's doing all the things from the book. I know where he's going next, and so in the book, the baby goes to like a vet's retirement home to see a grandparent or whatever, and lo and behold, they go to a vet's retirement home, and he's there with Duncan from Duncan's Joy Chest and Home Alone 2, and they get the baby back. And on their way home, he's looking at this big clock, like this clock tower on an old apartment building, whatever. And he's saying, boo, 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 and they, spin it around. The baby says to go here because the bad guys got away.
Yeah.
But they got the baby, and, the baby points out that that's where his boo-boo is, and they catch the bad guys there.
It's absurd.
Oh,
Yep.
man.
But good movie, really delightful. It actually looked really good. It looked like it was very vibrant, and I can't imagine that it was shot in HD, but it was definitely remastered for HD for Netflix, and it looked really, really good. It wasn't a detriment to like my eyes, like being like this is an old movie.
Yeah.
Like this could have came out last year.
Matt, what about the Harambe shout out?
Oh yeah.
Oh, explain that. I saw that.
So
Explain that.
at one part in the book, the baby in the book Baby's Day Out goes to a zoo, and so the baby goes to a zoo on his own, of course. But he shows up and goes into the gorilla cage, and the gorilla is like the bad guys are right on the outside of the gorilla cage and trying to like get the baby back, but not trying to disturb the gorilla. And then like at one part, the gorilla just grabs the baby and just like holds him close, but like. It's I took a picture of it and tweeted it out. I'm like, people forget that the original Harambe was in Baby's Day Out.
Shocking that the Twitter sphere didn't pick that out when Harambe came around.
Right?
Yeah, right?
Right? That was one thing. Usually they go back and they find every pop culture reference for everything. That's very true. And who knows? One person could have, but it wasn't like a huge thing. I would have remembered that. Definitely. But yeah, so there was like a little scene with the gorilla and the muscle guy, the dad from Little Giants, he like reaches his arm in the cage and like grabs the baby, but the gorilla just like slowly like lifts his arm up and does this like karate chop onto the guy's hand, and he fucking that was really funny too. I was laughing at that too. That was funny. Just pure slapstick comedy. It was great. It was fantastic. So really enjoyed it. Thumbs up for me, definitely.
Oh yeah, Sean, you gotta watch it.
I'll sink it in. I gotta.
Eventually, yeah.
I'm not looking forward to my punishment.
So we're gonna let Derek know.
So now you have 3 movies for homework this week.
I have 3. Oh yeah, Atomic Blonde, Baby's Day Out, Defiance.
And now Defiance. So for next week, watch Defiance. If you're on the mailing list, you're gonna get an email, or you might already have it in your mailing list, your email, depending on when you're listening to this. So if you want to join that list, it's bit.ly/join movie club, all lowercase, and you can join the very exclusive list for our movie club mailing list. So that's it for today's episode. That was Baby's Day Out. Next week, Defiance again. Get your voicemails in, 401-285-8120. Get your voicemails in before next Monday, which is... What is next Monday? It is... August 7th.
Fuck.
August 7th. Get them in before 5 p.m. Eastern time on August 7th, and we'll play them on the show. Defiance. It's with Daniel Craig, that's James Bond, and Lee Schreiber, that's Sabretooth, and the guy from the Goon, and Ray Donovan. So, and until next movie club, we'll see you guys later.
Peace.
All right, we're